This is Diamond Creek. This is North Fork of the White River, but everybody calls the area Diamond Creek. And it's usually full of fish. This is usually a lot of wild browns in the area. And I think this year they're stocking out rainbows for the res, so I should be able to catch a few rainbows and hopefully a bunch of browns. But I'm going to be starting off today with just by Euro nymphing method. And I'm going to start off with just a few confidence patterns. I'll probably start off with a Frenchie. And just a Prince and go from there, but usually that'll be good enough to catch a few fish. The good thing about this area though is it's just a lot of pools, ton of pools. The river actually looks a little high for this time of the year. Normally in June it starts to drop a lot, but still flowing pretty good. Usually the higher flows means better fishing for this river. Once the summer hits and it gets hot, it gets tough. Hopefully to catch a few chubs. If the river is warm enough, the chubs will start to spawn and I'll be able to pick up a bunch of chubs. And it's actually my favorite fish to catch on this stretch of water is the chubs, because they fight better than anything else out here. Should be pretty good, but this will be the first hole I start out at. But the water feels pretty warm. It's probably low 60s right now, which is warm for everybody knows for trout. It's fairly warm. But hopefully catch some chubs. It's one of my favorite fish to catch on this stretch of river, besides the wild browns, is the chubs. But it's a cool little run right here that I like to start out at. It's got a nice little riffle, then a pretty deep drop off. But when I mean deep for this river, it's probably about 3 feet, which is fairly deep. So, and then from there I'm just gonna work up. Got a good run right there. This will be my next spot, and that's a perfect spot for checking them through that little fast water. When the water temps are warmer like they are now, the fish like to sit in that fast water. Water actually looks a little off color today. Wonder why. It's pretty brown. I don't think we've had any rain lately, but the river looks like looks like we've had some rain. Here we go, first fish of the day. Feels like a nice fish, probably a sucker. Oh yeah. And yeah, I guess that's the other fish I forgot to mention that they have around here is these suckers, which I guess is kind of cool because they're wild, but they always seem to put up a pretty decent fight. I don't mind catching them. Wish it was a big brown, but feisty sucker will have to do. Solid way to start the day. My net's all tangled up in the back. I actually foul hooked this one. Hooked him right on top of the head. Here we go. There we go. Some ugly little sucker, but it's a fish anyway. When I'm fishing this, I've walked through pretty quick. I'm just trying to cover a lot of ground. I could probably really fish hard and switch flies multiple times and really try to figure out what's going on, but I like to just cover as much water as I can, just because don't get to fish this every day, and it's one of my favorite places to fish, really, just because it's where I grew up, and it's pretty cool to know that the river that I fished my whole life has a lot of wild fish in it. And normally I can either, from this point of the river, I can either go up or down, and today I'm just in the mood to go up. I could either walk up a few miles or fish down to the bridge. Either way, there's a ton of holes to fish and a lot of little pools, and they all have fish in them. Even if it's just one sucker to start the day with. I'm just surprised with the dirty off-color water though. Here we go, first fish of the day. First trout of the day, I should say. Got him right at the back of that pool right there. It's actually, didn't even fill him. He's getting ready to recast and he hit. But it's a good little 8-inch brown. solid little fish. Got some nice colors on them. Here we go. Second fish of the day. Second trout. Third fish. It's a little rainbow. A little stocky. These rainbows are stocked in this river. I think they normally stock Apaches, but I think they're stocking rainbows this year, so not bad. Little 8-inch fish. There we go. Nice little brownie on the top dropper. I have to really slow it down to get them to eat. Oh, fell through my net. Here we go. Something on. Might be a chub. Yeah. Here we go, first chub of the day. This is actually a pretty cool looking fish. Alright, it's one of my favorite fish, like I said earlier. It's one of my favorite fish to catch down here, but look at them all colored up, getting ready to spawn. It's an awesome little chub. It's cool because it's wild. It kind of reminds me of a whitefish and has a weird smell like a whitefish too. Here we go, another one. Some a little bigger this time. Might be a bigger chub. These chubs have a lot better fight than a trout though. As soon as they hit you, they just stay deep and feel their weight. Another little chub. Here it is. Here we go. First trout in this hole. Oh shoot. Has my fly. Another little. Here we go. Another little rainbow. Here we go. Finally another one. Took a while. Nice little brown again. Shoot, I got a hole in my net I gotta fix. Here we go, another one. Oh, came off. Felt like a nice one too. Here we go. Another rainbow. Here we go. Another rainbow. Catching majority of rainbows today for some reason. Normally it's mainly browns back here. This year it's a ton of rainbows. Here we go, another one. Another rainbow. Here we go. Looks like finally a brown. Nope, another rainbow. Another fish. Oh, it's finally a brown. Here we go, first cast. Here we go, another one. Got a nice little pot of rainbows in this pool right here. Here we go, another one. So this has been one of the better pools of the day. It's produced a lot of fish. It's 5 or 6 fish. Here we go. Oh, just here we go, another one. Another little rainbow. Another one. Fighting a little better, might be a brown. Yep, it's a brown. Nope. Yeah. It's a nice little brown sitting potted up with all those rainbows. Go, another one. Oh, came off. Took a while. Finally got one. But I think this is going to be the last fish for this morning session. Might try somewhere else. But overall, it was pretty solid. Not as much browns as I had hoped there was going to be, but either way, there's a lot of fish.